Today we're bringing you a review of the Axial Yeti Score Trophy Truck. This car runs for around $450, and we're going to try to give you an unbiased review. So first we're going to talk about performance. The pros of the performance are these tires. They work amazing. They're the best factory tires that I have seen to date. And then also, there's very minimal torque twist on this car. Like on the original Yeti, there was crazy insane torque twist, which made the car very hard to drive off the start, and they've eliminated it here. Another pro is the looks. This car looks amazing. It's probably my favorite Axial car to date, look-wise, besides the Axial Bomber. This car has plenty of power once you put in an upgraded pinion, and it has great handling suspension out of the box, probably Axial's best suspension setup by far. The durability is very good in this car. I've broken a few parts on this just because I beat the shit out of my cars. And now let's get into the cons. Some of the cons of this car are the stock gears make this car way underpowered. If you're even going to have fun with this car, you have to upgrade your pinion. There is a lot of steering slop in this car. Like, that's just without the servo even turning, which is pretty terrible when it comes to turning. And rocks will just bump your steering all around, and that's no fun. And this is not that much of a performance-based car. I mean, it's not going to compete with, like, a team-associated SC10. It has a locked rear axle and stuff like that. It's more looks-based. Now let's get into the upgrades I've put on this car. So, up front, what I've put on are some GPM aluminum arms, Boom Racing caster blocks and knuckles, and a T-Bone Racing bumper. Now, towards the middle of this car, I have a Robinson Racing pinion gear with an Axial steel spur gear, and then an Axial aluminum servo horn. To the rear of this car, I have titanium lower and upper links, and then also an MIP rear drive shaft. Also, both my differentials are upgraded. Another thing I've upgraded on this car are my body mounts. I upgraded them to GPM aluminum. So the reason I've got so many upgrades are because I beat the absolute shit out of my car. This is what my stock drive shaft looks like. Yeah, this end is being held together by an Allen wrench we cut into a pin, and then this side's about to fall apart. That's why I upgraded to the MIP. For my front A-arms, those were just a birthday present for my friend, so I just decided to throw them on there. And then, just a few weeks ago, I broke both my caster blocks and knuckles doing a huge jump and landing on pavement. Now, I also shredded both my diffs just over time because they were complete crap from the factory. And then I broke my trailing arms also jumping, and then I upgraded my upper links to the titanium because they were getting too much wear over time, and they were just making my rear axle slop around, which is not good. I also upgraded my servo horn because that stripped out pretty instantly. And then I also upgraded my pinion just to get more speed. And then I upgraded my spur because one day at our RC track, I landed it jump too hard and shredded it. Now, the reason I upgraded my front bumper is because my friend was driving another car of mine, this one to be exact, and decided it would be fun to run right into the Yeti. Now, all I broke on this car was the bumper. Well, I snapped my chassis and multiple things on here. Overall, this is an amazing truck. And do I recommend the upgrades I have on here for everybody? No, but I do recommend a few of them. Especially the aluminum servo horn, the pinion and spur upgrade, and definitely the differentials. Now, that's about all you're going to need if you're going to do mild bashing, but if you destroy your cars like me, you're definitely going to need to get your rear trailing arms. I never actually broke A-arms on this car, and I've had this car for about a year, more than a year actually, until my front knuckles and casters went. And I thought that was pretty impressive. So overall, we love this car. I would recommend it to almost anyone who wants a scale car that can actually perform well on a track. This thing has beaten multiple other cars, and it's a good-looking, well-performing car that I would recommend to anyone.